Hello, everybody, and welcome back to ColdIron. This is Season 2, Episode 1, also known as Episode 25. I hope you're doing well. This is our Western-themed fantasy epic set in our homebrew world of Elos, and I'm your Dungeon Master, Kelly. Are you seeing him? And, folks, I am very excited to be heading back to the world of the Cauldron tonight, as we hopefully get a chance to introduce you to a new character. But we're in the middle of a little bit of a tech issue right now, so I'll see how that develops. In the meanwhile, though, why don't we go ahead and meet the rest of the cast right now, starting with the amazing, the best built of us, Caitlan.
I got a good chassis. Yeah. Hi, I'm Caitlan. I use she, her pronouns, and so does Zoe, our warforged paladin oath of the peacemaker. I was reading the Roll20 joke, and I was almost said that she was a cleric. Because what's the cleric's favorite drink? It was divinity. Oh, so funny. I'm really excited to be here. I definitely worked today, so we do what we can.
Nice. All right. Right next to you, we've got the one and only, the meanest, the greenest. It's Robin.
Hey, I'm pretty nice, sir.
You're pretty nice. Yeah, it's true.
My dice can be mean, though. My dice sometimes are very mean to me. But yeah, I'm Robin. I use she, her pronouns, and tonight I'm very excited to be back in the skin of Trixxi, Blastemoff, our goblin artificer, inventor, gadgetsmith class, who also uses she, her pronouns, and likes to make things blow up. It's great. It's fun, and I'm excited to be back in the green.
Yeah, down beneath you is the pretty kitty, Christine.
Hello. I am healthy again, which is great. I'm here. Yay. But yes, I'm Christine. I use she, her pronouns. And tonight I play Belle Sinclair, Tabaxi, warlock of the group. And Caitlan, I had something today that made me think of you because it was lovely tea that came in little glass tubes with a little cork in it. And when you go to put it in the strainer, you're kind of tapping it out. And it feels like you're in like an alchemist shop.
Totally. That's amazing.
They're amazing. So it's very cute. I was
It's
like,
pretty dope.
Caitlin would love this.
I love that for you. Yeah, you guys are doing it. Oh, Caitlan would love that.
I love this.
You're right.
It reminds me, we have to bring you a Christmas present for your baby.
From a baby?
Yeah.
Oh,
But we'll do that
that's so good.
we'll talk about that on the break. And finally,
Sounds good.
who's not over being sick, it's Kat. Hey, Kat, how's your voice?
My voice is not very good.
Cat.
But you know who is good? Me! My name's Katrina. I use she, her pronouns, and tonight I'm playing our girl who is not good, Taliina'a, who also uses she, her pronouns. She is our aberrant mind seraphim sorcerer.
Fantastic. I'm very excited to be playing with you all tonight, but you know what? I can't play without dice, which is why I have two things to tell you. The first off is that this episode is sponsored by Bookwyrm Games, your very own Canadian collective of polyhedral enthusiasts. Go to bookwyrmgames.com right now and use code Dork Takes to save 50% off your purchase. That is 15% off your purchase, because I slurred a little. And they're just absolutely fantastic. They are lovely people. They're so lovely that we are partnering with them for Robin. You want to take it away?
Yes, I would love to take it away. Yeah, I am very excited to announce, we've talked about it for years. I've hinted on it a lot in 2025 for years. I said we were going to get started, and then, you know, things happen, life happens, job happens. But I have,
finds a way.
I had, what? What'd you say?
It finds a way.
It finds a way, and it is going to find a way to bring to your tables Dork Tales themed dice. We are officially launching a not Kickstarter, my bad. a backer kit of to fund Dork Tales themed dice. And not just dice, we are going to be offering Dork Tales themed coins, your D2 basically, which I have a great idea for the one and the two side. It's fantastic. Dork Tales enamel pins, so you can get the logo, and then depending on the success, you might get into a character line and familiars lines. Speaking of familiars, we're also going to get, you've probably might have seen it on Bookwyrm's website, they have these like adorable little 3D printed guys. We're going to be getting some Dork Tales familiars that you can buy that are 3D printed, as well as a Dork Tales dice bag and a Dork Tales, what if I missed anything? Stickers. And so that is going to be launching on April 21st of this year, and you can go click the link down in the description, in the bios pinned. Click that link to take you to the pre-sign up page, so you'll get notified when the event goes live. And as well, we'll be giving little hints and sneak previews, potentially polls for things and how the dice are going. So that will be the first place that you can see like renders of the new things, and we're very excited. Michael is going to be putting in an order for everything, so we're ordering the first set of Dork Tales dice. That will be the
like
kind of
tomorrow.
the starter. Yeah, well, on Monday. Yeah, I guess in 2 days. So we will have those in the hands, hopefully for our players to show off on streams, and for our live stream party, which we'll be hopefully organizing for the countdown. When the actual stream goes live, we'll have a party hangout, and you can buy your dice. So you'll be able to get those physical dice almost immediately. We'll be able to have the vendors fulfill the orders that you buy. So when you actually buy the backer kit, you will be able to actually get those dice. And then we're going to have stretch goals of other themed dice that are Dork Tales related, like the D10 dice. So the mage dice will be unlocked at each stretch goal, and the vampire D10 dice, and an Elos theme specific dice. So we really hope that you will support us and buy our dice, and then yeah, like super excited. So yeah, I'm very excited.
We're really pushing to get like cool sets of these and to make them like really something that we like and something that we'll use. So
yeah,
definitely go click that. There's also going to be a bunch of really cool bonuses for signing up early, which I have to finishing. But they're coming along.
Yeah, so super excited. We've been partnering with we met Bookwyrm in 2022, 2023 Fan Expo.
Right.
And we love working with them as a company, and they're great people, and extremely excited to do this. So yeah, it is actually going to happen, and it's coming your way. So I am very excited, and I cannot wait to get my hands on some dice that are Dork Tales. It's gonna be so good.
It's gonna be so good. Thank you so much, Robin, for doing that. I know that you've been on top of it, and I really do appreciate it. Folks, we're gonna be getting started in just a moment. So Jen is having some sound issues, but Jen is joining the game tonight, so surprise. And I'm very excited to have her swapping in while Amy is on her training arc or tournament arc. I'm not really sure. We're going to be getting started in just a moment. In the meanwhile, though, I just wanted to go over and double check everybody. So you've all hit level 6. So hopefully you've all leveled up your characters and gotten some cool new stuff. Christine, you've got the new Eldritch Invocations that I created. Robin, you have updated your class to the new edition of it from Kibbles, which makes a couple of your features better, if I'm not mistaken. I think one changes to a bonus action.
Yeah, that was an extra thing that they added in. So yeah, I've done that.
Nice.
So I took that extra bonus thing.
All right, so without further ado, let's do it. And head into ColdIron here on Dork Tales. The trip to Stark Springs is strangely uneventful compared to the rest of your adventures in the Badlands. You make your way through the trails that wind through the East Woods, past Iron Maidens, the military encampment of the elves that you saw there behind its tall and natural walls of spiked canopies, vines, and ancient redwoods that tower into the skies like spears thrusting at the gods. You passed a number of different merchants, loggers, through encampments, past inns and way stations, roadhouses on the edge of the forest. The days passed, and then you saw it, hugging to the edge of the side of the cauldron's mountain face. You see a lovely alpine village, nestled there next to a lake that mirrors the jagged rocks that reach up like grasping fingers. The entire town is blanketed by a layer of mist, of steam. All of the buildings here are constructed of wood, save for a few stone cellars, older buildings that had been constructed prior to the establishment of some of the logging encampments. The city is teeming with life. Barely a city, though. You guess that it has maybe a couple thousand people at most. And as you say goodbye to Carrion, goodbye to Huxley, and goodbye to, was it the Tin Tortoise? Is that what it was called? Goodbye to the conveyance wagon as it heads out and up to the north. You can see that the people here are of all different types. The best place to drop you off is there at the base of that iron mirror of a lake that reflects the sky above it. An immense bridge floating across it, swaying as people walk on it, stretches across the expanse of the lake, cutting your travel time down by perhaps as much as an hour. There are a number of boats and small vessels making their way across the placid expanse of water. And you can see that there are dozens upon dozens of people around you of all shapes, sizes, and creeds making their way to and from the main area of Stark Springs. What do you all do as you're crossing this bridge?
Zoe's gonna kind of look down and be, well, I've never thought that I would dislike this, but I feel like I would rather not plummet from a height like this. Does it feel rather swayy to you as well?
Trixie's gonna try and I don't really think so, but I'm also more than half your height, so lower center of gravity.
So just to clarify, the bridge is actually floating on top of the water of the lake.
Oh, okay.
So think about this large lake that's kind of shaped.
I feel like
Sorry, go ahead.
Sorry, I was just gonna say I feel like she might be afraid of heights.
Fair. Well, I mean, I think it's a little bit above the water, but it is kind of floating on pontoons.
Like the floating bridge in Kelowna?
Gotcha.
Like the floating bridge in Kelowna, kind of, yes. So it is this expansive bridge that actually is it's a good example. It's about the same length. So you're looking at about, let's use American measurements and say you're looking about 3 football fields worth of bridge. So about 300 meters worth of bridge.
American uses anything but the metric system.
How many
3 football
fields?
fields?
Two Tarasques worth of a bridge.
Perfect. Love it.
Across the way, standard measurement there. Now the bridge itself is about 40 feet wide.
Wait, does that mean a Tarrasque is like a football field and a half?
Yeah. Minimum.
That's
big is a
bigger than I
football
thought it
field?
was.
How big
how tall
is
Tarrasque? A football field's 100 meters. It's 100 yards. How do you not know that it's 100 yards?
I don't know sport. What are you talking about?
like, wait,
I love that we're getting down
field
to
is
the
pretty
logistics of
big. Like,
this
are we
bridge.
talking a Trask is the size of like one of those big ass football stadiums?
How tall is...
Chat's
So,
gonna be
okay.
yelling at
So,
us.
a football field is 105 meters by 68 meters.
What do you mean that it's 50 feet tall? That's
A
bullshit.
Trask? That's
Yeah,
bullshit.
That's bullshit. I love that D&D's
I mean, that's
like...
still pretty big.
Not for the world-ending... No, this is why my games are better.
Imagine being a dwarf in front of a Trask.
I
Yeah,
do
but
constantly.
dwarves
You're 3 to 4 feet tall, and that sucker's 50 feet tall.
Look, don't kink shame me. That happens to be something I think about a lot. It's supposed to be D&D's Godzilla. I'm sorry, D&D's Godzilla should be the size of at least the American Godzilla.
Okay, how big is the American Godzilla?
Not too big. Bigger than Matthew Broderick.
No.
And he
Okay, in
just
the
can't
popular Monsterverse, apparently he's 355 feet.
wait. Yeah, see that is
Possibly reaching 400 feet.
you know, on a good day.
Yeah, see, that's that. You know what? That makes sense. So 4 times as big as a Trask.
See, like the Trask, my Trask is way bigger. Okay, the Trask on Elos much bigger. You know, it's been lifting.
Scarier. Nope.
It's
Right.
been lifting.
It's been lifting. It's also named Yeomanger, and you know, it's blind and has some anger issues, but that's neither here nor there. So what you were looking at is a red lacquered bridge that I want you to kind of picture. Remember the bridge from Spirited Away?
Yes.
You know, so we're talking like red lacquered guardrails with knobs and carved animals about every 10 feet. Different animals like cats curled up into balls. They're all very ball shaped, these posts. You can see the heads of lions or bears carved into there in a very naturalistic style, all lacquered and primed against the elements. And as you walk, you can feel the beams beneath you, the slats that make up the bridge, are going to shift slightly. They part just a tiny bit to allow them to flow and move with the currents of the lake. But as they do, the sudden parting is never enough for someone to fall through. You might lose a key down there, so definitely hold on to your car keys. But as you step through, puffs of sulfuric mist and steam are going to rise up through the cracks.
Oh, well, this is lovely. Quite relaxing.
Hold that one, Rip.
It stinks, is what it is.
Yeah, I said hold that one, Rip.
Oh.
That wasn't me.
Obviously,
well,
it was
I'm not
you.
relaxed.
That was not
She
me.
she who smelt it dealt it, Trixxi.
But whoever said the rhyme did the crime.
Oh, is that so?
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Well.
She speaks the ancient laws. You hear suddenly over your shoulder as your drow bondage buddy looms into frame.
Oh my god!
Theron Rhyme, the haggard-looking drow dressed in now a foresty cloak on top of his bondage wear, leans over and sniffs the air twice. Yes. The ancient law. And then he farts loudly.
Well, perhaps. there's
Oh,
someone
gross. Tally's gonna just like with a little hop just take flight and hop and fly like 5 feet to the side.
It is better out than in, I always say.
Oh wait, is it? Is it the water? Trixie's gonna like put her head like through the kind of slatted bits and smell.
Go ahead and make me an investigation roll.
Oh yes, I would love to do that. Investigation is my specialty. That's a D12, Robin. That
It
will
is a
get you not
D12,
very
yes.
far.
I rolled a 4 on my D12. What'd you roll on your D12?
I rolled a 17 on my d12, so 17 plus
It's
6
D12.
is
I think you're
23.
cheating. I think you're cheating if you rolled a 7 on your d12.
Shh.
All right, so rolling on your d20, you got a 17, leaning down between the slats.
Plus
all
6.
of your
Plus 6.
plus 6,
I got
23.
17 plus 6.
Okay.
Yeah, 23.
So as you're crouched there, you're going to notice that all around you are some of the locals are giving you a weird look. That's pretty standard for you. But you were going to see
Yeah.
that there is a layer of steam rising off of this lake. And with your investigation, you're going to detect that, yes, in fact, there are sulfur compounds in this lake, as well as a very strong presence of, smells like heavy metal. Like you can almost hear like the guitar riff as you look down, but no, it is going to be like, yeah, here we throw up the sign of the horns in this town. But no, you can see that the water is very silty. You wouldn't necessarily want to drink this. It looks gritty and it looks thick. And there's a number of different fish, long, slender ones that are gliding through the water beneath you. And as you pry open the slat to look through and kind of peer your eye, can you give me a deck save?
Perfect. I can try. Oh, actually, I might. Dirty 20. This is not going to last for anything
It's not going to
important
last.
later, but...
As you were looking between the slats, one of the fish is going to see your eyeball and mistake it for some type of snack and is going to launch itself out of the water. This fish is about the size of, I don't know. Let's say what kind of fish is about? A perch. But it is long and thin, kind of like sardine shaped, and is going to launch itself directly through the hole in the slats that you've created, aiming for your face. You're going to dodge out of the way as it sails past you.
Can I catch
ruffling... Go ahead and make me an attack roll.
Natural 20.
Natural 20. You are going to... Now, how are you catching this? So this thing is going to buzz past you, and it is at that point that as you catch it, I need to know, are you catching it by the body or catching it by the tail?
Probably the body
Okay.
with like my claws.
So as you do, you are going to feel, now you're used to feeling small animals and their heartbeats in your hand, the flutter of their life force leaving them as you catch them for supper. But in this case, have you ever, it feels like catching a moth, a very large, very potent moth. In fact, as you wrap your hands around it, you're going to hear a very high-pitched kind of flapping noise. And as you glance down, you're going to see that this fish is trying to struggle out of your claws and is beating its fins, which are long and almost segmented like those of a butterfly, and flow down beneath your hand like kind of like a betta fish's.
Ooh.
The fish is going to give you a look, and it's a dumbass looking fish in your claws. You can see that it has like a very Pennywise kind of buck teeth, very sharp buck teeth on its top and bottom, and is trying to bite your thumb. But are you clawing it?
Just gonna look at it. Is there anybody near us who is not our party?
Oh, tons of people. Tons of people.
You. Is edible?
As now I need to know, are you turning to, there are a couple of people nearby you. There is a dwarf nearby. I'll give you two options. You can
Whoever
speak-
looks like it has a best potential for like answering me and is semi-cheerful.
So you are, I'm going to roll to see two options here. That is going to be boom.
Also, while you're rolling, Trixxi will then try and get a sample of the weird water. She's going to analyze it for later.
Sure, yeah, you can get like a string and lower it down and like pull some stuff up.
Yeah.
So nearby, you are going to see that there is a humanoid dog walking along the bridge, as well as a halfling, a rather stout, chubby-cheeked one.
I'm gonna call over to basically both of them Because you know what, the dog might have more ideas what I mean than the halfling, but the halfling also might know if it's edible.
That's fair.
That one looks well fed.
All right, so calling over. What did you say again?
Oh, is edible?
Well, hi there, folks, says the halfling. I wouldn't eat it if I were you unless you got a strong constitution. That's liable to make your tummy hurt. Whereas the dog-faced person, who's about 5 feet tall, very fluffy ears, think like a water dog, definitely like big, fluffy, like waterhound, kind of poodleish, is going to turn and say, well, I don't know about that. I think that it's good eating. Of course, you want to make sure that you wash it real well, because that water will give you the indigestion.
Good to know. Thank you. I
Say
should
that
toss
as
back in the
Trixxi's
water.
pulling up a sample of water in like a vial.
All right.
What is exactly in the water?
All sorts of minerals and compounds. It's a pretty good and wonderful. I mean, it's well. And let me see if she actually knows what the hell she's talking about. Yeah. Okay. So the canine is going to, the dog person, for those who aren't used to Dork Tales games, is going to gesture towards where you're going to see flowing water rushing down the side of the mountain there in about a small 15-foot wide waterfall that careens down into the water there from like a steaming precipice. It's spring runoff. It comes down there from some of the northern springs there. I believe that, well, if that's the sulfur usually comes from Old Iron Vein, but it could also be coming from the Devil's Comfort, which is that runoff right there.
The Devil's Comfort.
It's the hottest spring in All Stark Springs. Are y'all?
Oh, that's the Stock Springs. That makes sense. There's lots of springs. I don't know what the stock is for, but the springs.
Well, I mean, it's pretty stark out here, and I mean, she actually rolled a nat 1. She has no idea why it's named Stark Springs, but the halfling is going to say, well, friends, this is named after Obadiah Stark, the founder of this here village. Well, it ain't much of a village anymore, but it sure was back in the day when it was a frontier community. But yeah, Obadiah Stark came here and he founded, was it Obadiah Stark? Quillian Stark. Obadiah Stark. I'm thinking of that other guy who built something in a cave. Quillian Stark came out here and founded this town. He rolled pretty low on his intelligence score, but you know, he got around. Also, I didn't have my notes open. So Quillian Stark came out here and established the settlement and came through and found the medicinal properties there in them here springs.
Thank you for the history lesson.
Well, I happen to be.
No.
Well, you're very welcome. I happen to be one of the local students here at the study house. I mean, I'm a student, so I study.
Oh.
So, where do we go to enjoy the springs then? I am assuming you can.
Oh, absolutely. There's tons of places. There's the snowmelt. There's the clouds. There's Marble Falls Lodge. There's Redwood Lodge, and Angel Wing Falls. All of which are wonderful places if you're looking for like an izakaya or an onsen or something like that. But he ain't from here. An onsen's kind of like an outdoor spring area.
What's an isekai?
I think you mean an isekai. It's like a bar where you eat off skewers.
Ooh, that sounds nice.
That sounds yummy.
Yeah, they brought them over from Awari. They're nice folks, if I do say so myself. But yeah, you just go over there, and we're kind of getting into the on season though, so it's going to be a little busier around here coming up. But I think he just managed to make it while we're still on the shoulder. But you know, winter's coming.
That's wonderful. Yeah, speaking of, where is the nearest inn? And do they... I guess, is there more than one, or is there several, and which one's the best, I guess?
Which one's the best? I guess,
Like, for your value. Not necessarily price.
for
but,
your
like, which one's
value, the
best one
Quilted
to go?
Keep. The Quilted Keep is probably your best bet. The rooms are a little small, but they're cozy. They're ran by my second cousin, twice removed, on my mother's side.
Are there any inns that have a spring attached?
Well, yeah, all the lodges do. Angel Wing Falls, Marble Falls Lodge, and the Redwood Lodge. But
Oh,
I mean, you got to be some high rollers to go ahead and afford that. Those rooms are, whew.
I mean,
Are you
how
try-
much are they?
Ma'am, I'm a student.
You ain't no high roller.
Also, I don't.
We don't have money, Tally.
I don't
No, we
keep
kind of spent it.
brochures or nothing.
I mean, that's fair.
Expensive.
Hmm.
Anyway, I gotta get going to a study session or whatever students do. Y'all have a good time.
No, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The Canine is going to look around. Y'all still need me, or you done fighting that fish? Do
Oh, I
do
think we're good. I think
We're
it's
good,
already
but-
back in
yeah.
the water.
Oh, yeah, Belle tossed it.
Oh, I guess you did. Sorry. Yeah, just a flying fish. Just be careful. They bite.
Hmm.
I don't see the...
That's
Do
why.
they actually fly?
Oh yeah, about about a third the length of a wyvern ball field, a court. So about 20, 30
Right.
feet.
Regular size or goblin size?
Who plays goblin wyvern ball?
I do.
Well, not around here, you don't.
Oh,
But
I don't know. You could be inclusive. I know there's several goblin leagues.
Goblin Leaks? Oh, you should get that plugged up. There's a general store over there. I would also suggest that if the flying fish are going to be coming out soon, and it looks like we're getting to the off season where they're going to be, I would suggest picking up an umbrella.
Noted.
Speaking of getting plugged, is there like a house of, pleasures?
Well, yeah, like I said, there's an Isekaya, or he said, there's an Isekaya, and then there's there's the onsens, and what kind of pleasure are you looking for? Y'all?
I'm just looking for work.
Are you a
Potentially.
masseuse?
Of sorts.
She gives you a once up and down. Hold on. Focuses down on the cleavage.
Yep.
Oh, you're a harlot.
I've been called this, yes.
Well, I'm sorry, is that not the technical term? You are a provider of pleasure for pay.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a number of establishments, but I mean, I don't know what, if they have, I don't know, they don't have help wanted signs in the windows.
They generally don't. But, yeah, no, that's good to know. I appreciate the help.
No problem at all. Well, best of luck to you. Bye. And she's going to actually make that kind of like shuffling gesture, and she's going to sneak off out of your range before she gets asked to be an unpaid tour guide.
Fair.
Fair enough.
Shall we get some lunch, perhaps, and then check in
Lunch
somewhere?
actually sounds amazing.
Yeah, lunch, then maybe find that in and see, because if we're looking for who, we might be here for a while, so,
True.
Comfort Inns is better than the Hyatt.
Perfect. Does anybody have a passive perception of 18 or higher?
No.
No.
Beautiful.
My
I love
PP
it.
is
I
12.
mean, I definitely do. I could go. I've read about the Four Elements hotels, so
Oh, they don't
I've
have one
always
here,
wanted to
unfortunately.
go to them.
All right. So, in the meanwhile, you start heading into town. And I've got a good place for Jen. Welcome to game.
Hi, I'm Jen. I use she, her pronouns, and I am playing Rye. We'll talk more about her in a minute.
That sounds good. Now, as the lot of you step off the bridge and make your way into town proper, you can see that it's starting to get kind of late. The afternoon is becoming a bit darker as clouds gather overhead. There's a rumble above, and you think that it might be threatening a bit of rain. There are people milling around the streets, many of which are walking around with paper-lined umbrellas that have been lacquered against the wetness. Steam clings low to the streets, and you can see that there is a constant group of halflings and other short folk that are wandering around with push brooms, clearing off moss from sticking to the sides of some of the nicer buildings for sure, but as well as some of the walkways to prevent slickness and slipperiness. As you are meandering your way up into the hills, Trixxi, you are going to suddenly feel something grow lighter. Your bag shifts slightly as you move. Can I get a perception roll, please? Actually, what's everybody's passive perception? Trixxi, you can roll because you're actively having
roll.
something happen to you.
Okay. Can I keep my passive perception? I rolled lower.
Nope.
It's a 10. It's a 10 for my perception.
All right.
Yeah, we lost our ranger with the good passive perception.
It's really true. It's really true. Okay, so, and real quick.
You gained a monk with a good passive perception.
Okay,
Holy
so.
crap, I just saw roll 20. I just saw your passive perception, Jen. Fuck.
What's your passive perception, Jen?
23.
Oh my god. How the fuck?
High wisdom mod. Not
my.
expertise. Proficiency and observant.
Oh, you took observant. Observant's
Yeah.
so good. Okay. So, as you are wandering through everybody else's passive perception, that is going to be... Okay. As you're wandering through town, you can see that there are a large throng of people that you're having to make your way. You're winding between. You're making your way toward the center of town. And as you were doing that, Trixxi, you're going to feel your bag shift. And turning around, you are going to see someone vanish into the crowd behind you. Your bag hangs open, and the lot of you are going to have high enough perception that you are going to notice that Trixie's bag has a large cut in the bottom of it. There's a loud clang, 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 clang as several things. Trixxi, give me 4 things that fall out of your bag right now.
Hold on, let me scroll down. Mithril mushrooms, a glue bomb, a potion of clairvoyance, and goggles. Extra
Do
pair
they
of
do anything?
goggles.
Did the goggles do anything?
No, it's one of the equipment things.
All right. They clamber down onto the street there, and you see someone dart into the crowd behind you, rushing away. What do you all do?
Hey! Thief! Trixie's gonna shout and
Oh.
start darting to follow whatever the figure is.
All right. As you call out and dart into the crowd, pushing and prodding, trying to make your way through, can I get you to make me an athletics roll?
Oh boy, we can try. Athletics. Oh yeah, +1. Let's go.
I will also allow acrobatics.
I mean, that's not really gonna matter because I rolled a nat 1, so I probably trip over an extra like vial or something that is on the ground. Probably.
Okay.
Can I
You go
roll my ankle.
All right, you
Can I
roll
try
and
to
you
catch you?
you totally can make
Sorry.
me a roll to catcher. Give me a dex check.
Perfect. I want it because I want to like barrel after you and like catch you before you fall and just have you
Oh,
like
thank
football
you.
style under my arm and we're going after this.
I love it.
Yeah. Pachow. Oh, it would have been so cool if I didn't roll a 5. What did you want me to roll?
Dex or strength would be good for me.
Strength is probably better. It's still only a +2 though, so that's only a 7.
Okay, so rushing forward, you grab Trixxi and stumble forward, slamming into the ground next to her, kind of like landing on a knee, but are going to be able to shield her from some of the people that normally would have stepped on her as she slid
Perfect.
underneath them. Let's say Belle. Tally, what are you doing?
I would like to try and cast Hold Person.
Okay. Go ahead, and what I'd like you to do as you're seeing this person dart through the crowd is make me a perception roll to see if you can keep a line of sight with them.
That's 19 to perception.
19, that is going to be enough. You absolutely can. Go ahead and hold person is a wisdom save or a con save? I believe it's a wisdom save.
It is a wisdom save.
I rolled a nat 19.
All right, you're going to save.
Does anybody have silvery barbs?
Oh, I can use silvery barbs.
Would you like to?
Yeah, I will use silvery barbs. Yes.
Okay, re-rolling. That is going to be a 12 plus 2. So 14?
That is not a save.
All right, so...
My spell save is 16.
All right, so Belle, you cast out with a hold person, and you see this shape about the size of a large halfling is going to rush forward, and as you reach out with your spell, gunsmoke is going to roll out of your eyes, down your fingers, and lash through the crowd, seeking this person, wrapping around their throat. And as it does, you see them just start to shake it off before a sudden burst of psionic energy out of Tally is going to strike it, and the person is going to lurch and tumble forward. Tally, who do you give the advantage to?
I will give it to Belle.
All right, Belle, you have the advantage, and so let's go back to the top of the order that we were working in. Trixxi, you have stumbled and are being sheltered by Zoe. What would you like to do? The person in front of you has been knocked down to a knee and is frozen in place, paralyzed.
Okay, I think Trixie's gonna just go up to that person, and like just try and like not necessarily tackle them, but kind of like try and I guess intimidate, be like, hey,
All right,
you that stop.
All right, so rushing through the crowd, there is an opening now that you don't have to shoulder through, as people are basically, the crowd here is starting to separate and get away from this commotion. They don't want any part of this. This is how gunfights start. They separate, moving along the edges and creating a pathway for you to weave between. And that is when you're going to see that the person that you are approaching is down on one knee. They're about 4.5 feet tall, just under 5 feet, dressed in a... Yeah, pretty tall for you. Dressed in a ragged cloak with bare feet and are down on a knee. They have tan Caucasian skin and are clutching... They're clutching what appear to be some expensive items from the side of your bag, as well as a flip knife in one of their hands. But what they're clutching against their chest, mostly, is a piece of ColdIron. And as you approach, you are going to see that the ColdIron it's reacting strangely. The person's veins are standing up against their skin, glowing vaguely blackish green beneath the flesh. It's almost like vines reaching up the naked arm, and you can see that this person is a child, no more than 8, 9 years old. Hair cut almost completely against the scalp, buzzed down, clippered to the length of stubble. Bright blue eyes, the color of the clearest sky, glow in their sockets. As you can see that despite the paralysis, this child is trembling and shaking, and a froth is beginning to come to their lips.
Just clarifying, you said it's like a blackish green vein, like that's coming across their veins. Oh,
It's like their skin is starting to grow. It's like a very dark, muddy green is spreading.
But like instead of the regular ColdIron, which is kind of that purpley color we've seen on people, this is green.
That's absolutely correct. The ColdIron in their hands is glowing that bright purple, and as you are looking at it, you're going to see the purple begin to fade and shimmer as the color, the hue, shifts. What do you do?
Seeing foam and this kid, like, basically the equivalent of, like, having a seizure.
Mm-hmm.
Trixie's gonna call out and be like, "Cleric? Is there a cleric around here?"
All right.
And go to the kid.
All right, sounds good. So I'm going to take us out of turn-based things. So what would everybody like to do? So Zoe, you're right there. Bell's right there. Bell, your spell is still holding.
Zoe's gonna run over and try to swat the ColdIron out of the kid's hand.
Sounds good. Go ahead and make me a strength test with advantage.
I'll drop the hold then to use concentration.
Oh, this dice is going
Since they're
that
both
way.
there and kind of holding on and like wanting to do stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
I got a 15 for a strength check.
A 15 for a strength check. The ColdIron is going to bounce out of the child's hand, hit the ground, and as you are all looking, the purple glow of the ColdIron is going to fade out, replacing it with a dull, cancerous green. The purple of the ColdIron now is the shade of a dark emerald.
What the hell is that?
It's dangerous to touch things you don't know about.
Bereft of the hold person spell, the child is going to collapse onto their side and begin convulsing violently.
Ooh.
The
Still.
cure wounds?
Cure Wounds does not have any effect.
I'm gonna try expending 5 points of lay on hands to cure the target of one disease or neutralize one poison affecting it. I'm gonna do my best.
All right. Now, as you lean over this, Belle, Taliina'a.
Sorry.
No, it's okay. This is great. What do you two do?
Is there anything that looks like there could be somewhere that a cleric could be based within easy
Make your
reach
perception roll.
to us? Yes, this is a D20, not a D12. Natural 20, baby!
Natural 20. You are going to see that nearby, and I am going to... I'm going to roll a d6 to see which one you are near. We're at the lower district, so I'm going to say... Boop, boop, boop. Oh, cool. There is a sign of the orphan nearby, a large log house about 50 feet from you. Looks like a mortuary of some kind, with the orphan's coin hanging from the side of it. Is going to be just like out of your view, or just at the edge of your view.
Okay. I am going to... The cleric could probably be there. You said 50 feet? I'm gonna just vortex warp myself to the entrance of the temple.
Okay. There's a sudden as you vanish and rush inside. Belle, what are you doing?
So seeing that, I think Bella is just going to start scanning, keeping an eye out for basically maybe a cleric, or also making sure if this kid wasn't working alone or not.
That is a good
So
idea.
keeping an eye out for any accomplices who might be taking advantage of distraction. I
Make
don't
me
care
a
if they do it to anybody else, but if they do it to one of my people,
perfect. Make me a perception roll.
Yeah, I would like to say while we're kind of way in this kind of moment while the kid's convulsing and Trixxi tries cure wounds, seeing it's not work, she's gonna cast mending on her bag to tear the hole and start rooting through her bag as well. She don't think there's anything that she can do to help, but she's gonna try and look through her bag for stuff, and then also grab the stuff that he has of hers.
Sounds
Not the
good. You'll
ColdIron,
see
but other stuff.
a pouch of 10 gold coins that you had in there is missing, and you'll find is among his possessions.
Yoink back.
that's a 17.
17. Now, as you are leaning over, as you are scanning, as you are looking around, the child stops convulsing, Zoe, as you call the might of Brig and your paladin's oath down into his body. The green flesh, the veins recede. And it is then that, now I need to know, Jen, is Rye approaching quietly or dramatically?
What have I seen? Because I think that's what's
Then
going to
let's
matter.
rewind a moment. Rye, it is a normal day inside of Stark Springs. You were going about your daily tasks, and what's an item that you would have to go out shopping for, or perhaps maybe you just go out to grab a bite to eat?
Probably more a bite to eat than anything else, or drop off some deliveries.
That sounds great. So in the process of this, you are wandering. Do you take a cart? Do you just have like an over-the-shoulder thing that you carry?
I basically strap baskets to a quarterstaff and just carry it over my shoulder.
Sure. All right. So you've just made a delivery to, let's say, you've made a delivery to the Inked Crow Tattoo Parlor. They're looking to put some more signage up, and they need some specifically sized paper that you've made. Inked Crow Tattoos. That's in my notes now. And
Tattoo parlor?
oh, of course, of course. And as you are making your way back, you are going to see, with your passive perception of 23, that little troublemaker, Michael, on the edge of your vision, stalking through the crowd. Now, this little human child has been in and out of your life for the past couple of months and has caused no end of trouble. Various things have gone missing from your shop, everything from pots of ink to quills to random coins that are left out. In fact, maybe you even made a game of it, seeing whether or not he had a preference for certain types of coins.
I definitely, he only stole what I let him steal.
Okay, that sounds good. Honestly, back home, you know what it's like, or at least you can imagine what it's like to live as this child does.
Mm-hmm.
And you keep an eye on him from time to time, and today looks like he has a mark. He's wandering his way through the crowd with that look about him like a wolf well, actually more like a cat stalking its prey.
Mm-hmm.
He's not particularly good at not looking like he's focused on someone yet, but he is very good at making his way in and out of the crowd. He's still small. He's probably going to grow to be quite a big dude someday, but right now he's got the benefit of that agile. like supple youth about him that allows him to move through crowds like water. Do you follow him?
I do. I think I've started, like, I understand it's hard to be a kid like him, and it's hard to just eke out a living here. And so I don't really have much of a problem with him taking things from people who are not paying attention, but I also know he's liable to get himself in trouble, and if I can at least mitigate some of that, all the better.
Sounds good. He gets a little bit away from you because you are still carrying some of your things, even if they're empty. It is a little harder to navigate through the crowd, although you are quite good at it, I imagine. But he has a slight advantage. Before you know what hits him, I should say, there is a commotion. You hear the sound of ripping canvas in the distance that says that little curved knife that he keeps on him has found a mark. There's the sound of slapping feet on bare stone as he runs in the distance, and then the sound of a spell being cast and a cry from the crowd. The little shit's gotten in more trouble than he should. What do?
Can I move closer and just see who is attacking him?
That sounds good. So as you move closer through the crowd, you are going to see that it appears some type of paralysis spell has been cast on him. He falls to the ground and appears to be in the throes of some type of illness that suddenly sweeps over him. And as that occurs, you are going to see a couple of things. The first, why don't we start with Taliina'a, can you please describe your character? And as she vanishes in a swirl of psionic energy.
Yeah, so Tali is this very tall, very slim. She's 5'11" and about 105 pounds. She's very weirdly tall and slim. Definitely not human. She has large red wings on her back and a tail. And she also has two small red horns. These ones just don't stay on my headband, but
You need to get those fixed.
yeah, just two. She has two small red horns, tan skin with long dark hair. She's very, very attractive, but definitely a little strangely proportioned. And she is just going to gone.
All right. And the ones who have stayed over there and are keeping an eye on Michael are going to be, let's start with Zoe and Trixxi. Describe yourselves.
Okay, so you're going to see what did I say her height was?
3'6", something like that.
Something tall, short. A tort.
A tort?
A tort.
You're a tart, not
goblin.
a tort.
A tart, yeah. A short goblin, green goblin woman with kind of curly, long red hair that is like put up in a tight, or like a low bun that's very like put together, but like looks like it could come apart with like the wrong breeze, with a like kind of top hat with these goggles on it, and she's wearing like this black overcloak and a very, very ample chest for her size, and she looks pretty like tinkery, kind of, if you could put a clash, looks like she's very worky, and you can see that evidence with her like prosthetic metal arm that she has on her right arm. I had to look at lefty loosey righty tighty for that, but you see it's like this like kind of gold brass prosthetic arm that she has on her, and has like a belt that has a bunch of like vials with different colored liquids in it and things in her bag, and she has this bandolier of bullets, which I guess she doesn't actually need anymore because her gun's magical, like, but you know, it's for show. And you're gonna see her there, kind of like leaning over or leaning towards this kid, trying to cast, you know, try and help him, but she looks very kind of squat and curvy.
Perfect. And looming over is a much larger person. Zoe.
Yeah, so just before that, barreling towards them, quite heavy-footed, you'll see a 6'1" copper warforged with a very fancy hat, a skirt piece, a shawl that matches it with a symbol of a brig, just kind of barreling towards them. She'll flick the cold iron out of the child's hand and put her hand on his chest. Doesn't look particularly mean. She looks like she's trying to do something, and Trixxi had just called for a cleric.
All right, and nearby, keeping a very careful eye out, is looks like the scout of the group, Belle.
So Belle is 5'5", tabaxi, but of a particular type, so it looks much more human. But she does have some light gray fur in like kind of patterns on her skin, like not necessarily fully covered, but like areas of fur. And she has very distinct cat claws. I don't think we've ever referenced if she has a tail or not. So
She does.
I'm not sure if she does.
Of course she has a tail.
Okay, she's wrapped up in a way that nobody
Do you put it down the left or the...
She did for balance.
Is it down the left
I
leg or
can't
the right
remember.
leg of your pants?
I mean, Uwusis do
around the
have
waist.
the prehensile tail.
Yeah. So I guess she probably does. I just don't remember if we've ever actually talked about it because we don't talk about appearance very often. But otherwise she has like long purple hair with little gray, with slightly purple tinge, like ears poking out.
All right. So, they're looming over the boy at this point. There's a bit of a crowd forming there. But a lot of people are trying to move by, not wanting to get involved. But they are kind of monitoring the situation. What do you do, Rye?
One of them called for a cleric, so I'm... Cats here have discovered a toy with a bell, so they're gonna...
Oh,
make
there's just
some
someone with
noise.
a bell nearby. There's...
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. There. It's a city, all sorts of things. And I'm a big proponent for natural consequences of people's actions. So all these people look rather capable, correct?
You think so, yes.
Yeah. Not the normal fare of just random everyday people. So I think I'm actually just gonna watch for a minute. I just want to see what they do. And what he grabbed.
So, I want you to make me an Arcana roll.
Oh boy, I'm not great at that.
Aha, something you're not good at. My favorite.
It's true. I have a 6.
A 6. There is a strange glowing rock that looks like a piece of raw ore that you can see. Trixxi, you swept it back up, right?
Yes.
And how did you grab it? Like barehanded, robot-handed? Did you have like tongs?
Ooh.
Actually, why don't you do me a favor? I want you to make me
Yeah.
a wisdom save or wisdom check.
Okay. Yeah, because I'd say like it's very in the moment and it's instinct that I don't know if Trixxi would think about it too much. So I think a wisdom check would be great just to see if she instinctively does it or. I rolled a 3, so she probably
A 3?
barehand grabs it because
Okay,
you know,
so
she's a
she
genius.
you see the little goblin girl barehand grab it, look down, and go and drop it on the ground like she touched something hot before picking it up with her robotic arm. It makes kind of a rattly bell tangle. It just makes a cat noise when it falls really.
Yeah.
You know, as it does.
It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. Hold on, I just need to make a check for myself.
Totally. You have no idea what that thing is, but it looks, I would say that whatever it did, it might have, you can see that there's like a froth that is kind of foaming around the edge of that, of the boy's mouth. Although it looks like he is, he's stable now at least, which is, you know, it could be worse.
Okay. Yeah, if he looks stable, then I think I'm gonna walk over as though I'm just like mildly interested. And as I kind of get into range of being noticed / heard, I'll just say, bothering strangers again, Miakel.
Who's asked? Ow.
Maybe next time you won't just grab things.
Shut up, right? It hurts.
Strangers sometimes have toys you shouldn't play with.
I don't feel so good. Got it.
You don't look so hot either.
What did you grab?
Stop the seizing.
He grabbed a mineral, the ColdIron.
Meanwhile, let's cut to the Temple of the Orphan. Tally, you teleport over there and rush in the front doors. You can see that it's a mortuary where they're conducting a service at the moment. There is a long table at the front of the hall with a large sheet over it. Various votives are lit. There's several gnomes wandering around, swinging censers with incense, letting out a smell of lilac and something particularly musky you can't place out of the incense burners. Do you just burst inside?
Yeah. She absolutely does.
Some people are going to turn around and give you kind of a and what do you say? What do you do?
I'm looking for a cleric. There's an injured child out here.
All right. A young gnome, about 3'1", with a very sharp cheekbones, is going to turn around, squinting at you. I'm a cleric. I can help you.
Fantastic. We're just in the square out here.
What seems to be the problem?
I don't know what's wrong.
Well, then how can I help you if you don't know what's wrong?
Child got hurt.
Well, that's what's wrong then. A child got hurt. That's what's wrong.
Yes.
Well, then
There's
you know
an
what's
injured
wrong.
child in the square. I don't know what is wrong with the child.
It's injured. Now lead the way.
She will bring him back to the group.
Her back to the group? I went to a random NPC generator for this, and this character has the best name ever, Bonita Quiet Wander. Are you feeling Bonita?
Do you feel Bonita?
Feel Bonita.
She feels
I feel
Bonita.
Yeah.
Wonderful, because she looks Bonita.
She looks Bonita.
She will bring her back to the square.
A rather, I'm going to say that a gnome that looks like it's undergone a lot of plastic surgery. Like, we're talking like very no wrinkles at all across her forehead. Let me just put it that way. No wrinkles, many thought, no can tell. And is going to wander over with you, having that mask of perfect middle age, probably a little bit older now that I think about it.
is going to look over and say, I know this street rat. What has he done this time? What seems to be the problem? I thought you said there was a boy hurt.
Yes, this boy.
I'm not hurt. I'm fine.
He started seizing, and I ended up stopping it, or it stopped on its own, one or the other.
How many fingers am I holding up?
Oh.
2.
And now?
2.
Almost had you there. All right, we seem to be okay. Let's see. Oh. I suppose there's nothing that a good sandwich wouldn't fix. Look at this boy. He's all skin and bones.
Looking down, anybody who really gets a chance to observe him, now that he's no longer seizing, now that you're not really focused on the fact that his lips were turning green, that his eyes were almost pulsing as he was being held. He looks up at you, and you can see that his eyes are a painfully bright shade of blue. And the cleric looks him up and down. The boy honestly looks like he hasn't eaten in a day or two. There's dark circles under his eyes. His cheeks are a bit sallow. He's got skipped a couple meals face.
Here. Best I can do to help you out here is,
She digs around in her pocket, pulls out a small silk pouch of jelly beans, and hands it over.
You!
The cleric points over at where Rye is standing.
You're a friend with his adopted mother, right?
If you can call her that.
Well, where is that girl anyway? I've seen them walking around here. Quite the strange pair. This blue-eyed little demon and the tiefling.
She's been busy.
Tiefling.
Well.
I feel like the alley cats are going astray.
They're really going
The
at
best part is that they're chasing a D20 that they found.
Are
when
they?
dropped it. Yes. So they're just going nuts.
They're
for it.
rolling natural 20s on disrupting
Yeah.
Oh, God.
the alley.
All right.
That's so good.
So,
If he caused you any property damage, that means that it would be, what's her name's problem. So, you're her friend. Take the child back to wherever she is and let the mother sort it out. Then you don't have to go to the city guard about it. Or at least I wouldn't have to go to the city guard, as my role is a cleric.
Of course.
Thank you very much, Rye. Or was it wheat? Rye, wheat,
Right.
Scotch? Rye.
Right.
What an odd name. Who named you after a grain? I knew a couscous once.
Is it spelled like that?
No.
No, it's not spelt.
Okay.
That's a different grain.
I'm sure you're very
I
busy.
hardly know what you're talking about.
Oh, Buttersnaps, I'm in the middle of a funeral. I have to go.
Just forgot that.
That
Oh,
cleric's
yeah,
very
I
happy.
may have taken her out of the funeral that she was working on.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Okay.
I'm sure Miyako appreciates it, don't you? She's gonna nudge him with her toe.
ow. Yeah, tip top.
And because I didn't describe myself as I came up,
Yes,
I will
please.
just do a quick little description where so Rye's about 5'4". She's fairly sturdy and has like this thick braid of copper hair that she keeps over one shoulder. She's got smudges of black ink on her hands, on her face. Basically, it looks like she, did the classic, oh, I'm just gonna scratch my face and transferred ink there. And she's got this wide brim black hat on and is normally wearing kind kind of practical like travel clothes, almost pants, tunic, and then a brighter teal, nicely embroidered kind of overvest, and it's all put together with like tied with ropes and a couple of ropes and belts with some pouches on them that she keeps around her waist. And she's got a quarterstaff with 2 baskets, one tied to each end, and the quarterstaff has these brass caps on the end as well. It looks very sturdy. She's got kind of like this slightly pudgy merchant look, but there is muscle under like a layer of fat, basically. So she's definitely like used to lifting stuff and moving.
Sturdy, I think, is the perfect description for that. Like when someone says someone's sturdy, that's kind of exactly what I'm picturing.
Right?
Is.
Yeah, exactly.
You
It's like
push,
they don't
they don't
necessarily
fall
look
over.
like they build. They don't look like they like are super build bodybuilders, but like they definitely like under. You know, they definitely look like underneath that they are strong.
Built for stamina and for like
It's the
function.
farmer strength. Farmer strength.
Exactly. Yeah.
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 I have a funny story about that later with my family being farmers, but
Yeah, but yeah, definitely built for function. And you can tell she can probably carry quite a bit of weight in both of those baskets. They just happen to be empty right now.
You're saying tiefling. Are there many tieflings around here?
not particularly
Some.
many.
We're actually we're looking for one. Oh, what was her name?
Mara.
Mara?
Oh, Mara, you know Mara.
I know Mara.
We are sent to find her.
Oh,
Burden.
I didn't know she was
Prospect?
being
Prospect.
sought.
I just someone's just looking out for her. They haven't had contact and just were wondering where she is.
Ah, well, why don't we take the boy back to my shop and have some tea and talk about it?
That
Sure.
sounds lovely.
That sounds wonderful.
Excellent.
Mikkel, here, you look like you should have a good meal to eat. She's gonna press a silver coin into his hand,
Thanks.
so you won't have to steal for a little bit.
He doesn't
Honestly, if
have
you-
to. He just chooses to.
Oh,
Well,
Well, it's not like I can get a job
regardless.
why
no.
not?
because I'm a kid. Nobody wants to hire me. They say I'm dirty or
Honestly,
smelly.
we were looking for a tour guide earlier. You could do a tour guide of the town.
We'll buy you some good food.
I mean, how old are you?
I don't know. 8, 9.
Old
That's
enough
fair.
to know better.
Is that
And you know you can
Jennifer?
come by my shop and I will feed you. I promised Mara I'd do that.
I don't need handouts.
Right. Well, come on. We're all going to have some tea, and I have scones too.
What kind of scones?
Your favorite?
How much does a tour guide make anyway?
No, we can discuss that.
We can
Depends on
discuss
how
that.
good
I
you
don't
are.
know.
I'm the best in anything.
On what you know and
I'm
what
sure
you
you
don't.
are.
The best at everything. Apparently not the best at running away from stealing.
I would have if your rock didn't curse me.
I did. It's not. They
Actually, kid, you were about 2 seconds away from just getting warped back to us, so.
Well, then you were about 2 seconds from getting your tip punched off.
They're a little
Okay, we're gonna-
outside of your reach, pal.
You're gonna have to work on your attitude if you want to get tips as a tour guide.
Is he always like a feisty stray cat? I'll take that as a yes.
Come on. And I will guide them back to my shop.
All right. So what is your shop like, Jen?
It's small, but it's sorry,
Do you
the
have
vocal
cats?
kitten has. Yeah, I have cats apparently.
You have cats at the shop.
Perfect.
They're just street cats. They sometimes come by and I feed them a little bit.
Yep.
Love
Them.
So, how much do they love Belle?
Oh,
They just start following her like
they're just like circling like
She
her
just
legs
stands
and
there
stuff.
with cats hanging off of her.
yeah, that. But it's a it's a very narrow entrance, but then kind of opens up towards the back, and there's a front counter with a couple of stools, a little table, with some chairs just kind of off to one side as well. And the sign over the door is very lovely. It's really good calligraphy, lovely and professional. And it says sawdust and script. And there's like a few things up by the front counter to maybe show customers and stuff like that. And then there's another door just behind the desk, which is where Rattray takes you into this back area, which has like shelves of paper and bottles of ink and all of this, like anything you might need in a paper shop back there. She drops off the quarterstaff with baskets and Kelly, did we decide that I lived above the shop? Because that's kind of where I was going with this.
I think so. Yeah. I think absolutely.
Yeah, cool. That's what I thought. And so then I lead you up like a little narrow staircase in the back, up to a living area, which is very sparsely, like there's not a lot of furniture, not a lot of stuff, but there are like some pillows to sit on and a little low table. And she starts making tea.
Sounds good. Can I get anybody here who is just taking in this place, please give me a history roll.
Would Arcana work or just history?
Just history.
Okay.
19.
19.
Oh
Okay.
my god, another nat 1. 4.
You know what? This is, given your Amresian background, this is absolutely, absolutely right that you rolled that. Zoe or Belle?
17.
17?
I also
Perfect.
got a 17.
Okay, so Zoe and Belle, you are going to get the sense immediately for different reasons. For one, Belle, looking around, some of the writing inside of the shop, some of the ledgers are written in a script that you will recognize from some of the traveling traders that made their way in and out of Dagvin's Reach, from some of the Western nations. This looks like a Naran script, one of the five elemental empires to the west, which kind of makes sense. She's dressed a little differently than some of the people on the street, but there is in this town a large Naran presence that you've noticed. Like, for example, the lacquered bridge that stretched across the lake, the various carvings, a lot of the woodworking here is very Naran in nature. Just a very specific style. I would say that, like, kind of evocative of a lot of like Chinese temples and just the kind of carvings on like Chinese or particularly like maybe like Japanese Buddhist temples, like that type of, like curved roofs and things like that around many of the buildings. Zoe, the note that you're going to get is you're going to notice this and you're going to kind of process it, but it's not going to clue in until the second that you hear the scraping inside of the jar of tea. And then that scent is going to hit you and you're going to be like, boom, that right there, that is Panshani Black. That is a black Assam tea from Panshan that you absolutely love. It has a moderate to low caffeine index with a very, very soft tannic overture. I would say that it kind of is a mix between like, a weird mix between like an Earl Grey and a jasmine.
Whoa. She is absolutely going to rattle that off. Like you pushed a button on like an encyclopedia and it just started
You got a pull
telling
string.
you the listing. Exactly.
Whoa.
Exactly.
And Tally, you rolled a nat 20.
She rolled a 19.
19. So you are going to recognize, for one, it's the clothes that gave it away. The way that she's dressed right now, that is like, it's either Panchani or it's Awarian. Awaris? What is the actual term? You can't really quite remember, but definitely one of those two of the 5 empires, you would say. The Empire of, oh God, what is it? The Empire of Water or the Empire of Metal, both of which have a very strong presence in the Cauldron, and but less in Prospect and Burden. Mostly they're more to the north and kind of through the center. Although there is a large Anaran presence of Anaran workers and craftspeople inside of the Red Lantern District that you spent a lot of time in. So this is very, very comforting. Some of the smells and some of the things inside of her house are going to immediately let you know that she comes from one of the Western empires. Which is kind of comforting. It's kind of like when you're walking down the hall of an apartment building and you smell someone making kimchi and you're like, oh yeah, yep, I got that vibe. You know, very like, it takes you back to a time. Or at least it does for me, because I grew up in a lot of military housing, and like that is just immediately like, oh, my Korean neighbor type of thing.
Scent memory, yeah.
Scent memory is so powerful, man. Like it's it's wild. How many times a year are you transported back to a grandparent's house? It's always the wild.
Oh my gosh.
You're like, I know that smell. That's foot balm and cookies. Together again at last. All right.
So Rai will have cats running around and be making the tea and just kind of wave and say, I don't have many chairs, but make yourself comfortable.
What a beautiful blend. Oh, I'm quite comfortable right here on the ground. And she will just...
This looks very interesting. I've never seen decorations quite like this. And what was that tea that you're rambling off there, Zoe? You like seem to know that instantly. I've never heard of that before. Where's it from?
Sorry, where was it from? I got overloaded with information.
That's okay. No, you must understand and remember all of it. It is from the Water Empire of Panshan. To the wiki.
If I recall correctly, it would be from the Water Empire of Panshan.
So,
yes, it is. I'm not used to people being able to pick that up by scent.
I have a fairly good nose for food and drink.
Oh yeah,
though I don't require
amazing cook.
But... Oh, thank you. I do my best. I find that it brings others comfort on long trips and when they're far away from home. What would you always like is, the foods that you enjoyed.
Yes, indeed. That's why I offer tea. And she'll bring over a lovely little tea set with a large ceramic, not ceramic, what's the word? Cast iron.
Okay.
Like an actual cast iron teapot into the center of the little table, and she has matching cups. She has more cups than she has chairs. Because always about it's right, and it's always about offering. Like, people can sit on the floor or stand if they want, but if you don't have enough cups, it's a problem.
Yes,
pour it into their hands, like
right.
tea.
And she has a little platter of scones. She actually has 2 platters of scones, and she puts one directly in front of Michael, and then the other one for everyone else to share.
He eats like Aang from Avatar: The Last Airbender. I'm not even gonna lie. He's basically he's that without the tattoo.
And a little bit more fuzzy on the head.
A little bit more fuzzy on the head. Well, I mean, it's season 3 Aang. So, but as he's eating, he's gonna and he leans over to Zoe. So are you completely metal? And bangs on the side of your chassis.
Oh,
Or is there like a real person under there?
Oh, well, yes. I just basically have a metal shell. Kind of like a giant insect.
Cool.
There is flesh and bone inside, though.
Have you heard of Warforged before, there, child?
Is it like a mech? I've seen mechs. They're pretty
No,
cool.
they're not like mechs.
If my heart was the driver, perhaps. Could be like a mech.
Like, she's like living metal. She's
Yeah.
like a
Oh, so-
person.
So there's not like a pixie inside of you or something?
No.
Oh. Boo.
Well,
would be
it's
cool.
even cooler. No, it's cooler that she's like living metal.
I guess it's fine. Thought she was a mech.
Well, you're living your flesh. You're flesh
Not quite,
mech.
not quite.
Uh-huh. Just-
Yeah, so in that case, we'd be like the same.
So, have you touched metal before and done what you did out there before, kid?
You have allergies?
No. He's well, actually, maybe a perception roll. Or an
Insight, you
insight
mean?
roll, please. Insight. I mean insight. You know what I mean.
Can I roll?
Natural
with
20.
advantage?
Natural 20 on that one.
Oh.
22.
He's just like, no. And he like looks away. He's totally lying, but he's pretty good at it. He got like a 21 on that lie check, which nat 20 beat.
Nice.
Uh-huh.
What?
How many times? You're really not... You're doing a pretty good job lying, but you're kind of lying like you stole. You slipped up just a little bit. Don't look away. That instantly says you're guilty there, sir.
Yeah, once. Well, I didn't, but I didn't know what it was. I've seen the green rock before.
They saw it when it was green, not... Because we've just been seeing it, and she's going to... Yeah, you know what? Because she wants information. She's going to pull out... She has 2 pieces of coal. Oh no, she has just the one because fucking evil Trixxi has the other one.
How close are you standing to Miakel?
I don't know. Like, I guess depending on how it was arranged in the room, she'll be...
So he's sitting right next to Zoe.
She's probably not standing super close because he was, like, stealing her stuff earlier, so she's probably not super close to him.
So, 2 feet, 5 feet, 7 feet.
I mean, I guess it depends on how big the shop is. She's gonna be trying to be
Yeah,
far
it's-
away from him.
It's not super
the
big,
table?
so like
From
Yeah, across the table.
Yeah,
so like
Okay.
probably
3,
across
4
the table.
feet.
You pull it out of your bag, and you are going to see the effect is immediate. It starts glowing as it comes into open air with him. And you are going to see that, once again, his skin becomes sallow and almost translucent around the veins.
Okay, puts it back in the
maybe
bag.
put that away. Yeah.
Sorry, didn't
You're
know
okay.
that.
I don't like that. That sucks. Why would you fucking do that?
I didn't know that you... This is why I'm asking if you've done it. I don't know what you've
An
done. It
experiment.
doesn't do that for us. It was also not this color before it met you. It was like purple and iron color. You've changed it. What are you? Human? You look human. You get cursed or something as a kid?
I don't know. I don't remember being a kid. Do you?
I mean, I'm
still a kid.
goblin. You're still a child, yeah. Like this doesn't have this effect to us. It has some other weird effects when it touches blood, but we haven't seen this reaction from this material, so I'm just wondering what is different about you.
Make me a persuasion roll.
Can I give the help action?
Yes, you may.
Yay! Thank you, Jen.
I'm giving Miyako a like the stern look of like,
Ooh.
come on.
22.
I've given it to him a few times.
Fine. I don't know, okay? Most of what I remember is growing up in a lab. Like a factory or miracle did a lab. There were other kids like me there. And they were doing weird shit to them. Mira got me out of there.
Shit. I'm sorry. Is that where you experienced this green rock before?
Yeah, they were using it on another one. He didn't get healed.
I'm sorry.
How long ago was that? Do you think it's still happening?
Mara said she was going back to see if she could get any of the other kids last week, and she hasn't been back yet. It only should have taken her 2 days. It's going to be 10 days tomorrow. I ran out of food 3 days ago.
Well, I guess we know what we have to do.
Do you know where you came from? Was it north of here, south of here? Was it a long day, Jen? Was it days? Do you remember any of that? I know it's probably hard.
I don't know. I wasn't really awake for it.
That's understandable. Sounds like you were quite...
She should have been back in 3 days tops.
So
Most of a day to travel.
within-
Most of the day to travel back.
At least it's within about a day. Then. So
In
that
theory.
gives the space to look.
Yeah. How do you know her?
We were hired to find her from someone down in Prospect.
You're not
She's a
working.
friend of a friend.
Find in like a good way.
Yeah,
Mira and I
like
used to work
locate her.
together.
Not like they hate her type of thing.
Yeah. Yeah, we were coworkers actually.
Can I do an insight check on the party?
Yes, you
Just
may.
like
Actually,
see what's up.
Miyakel's gonna give you the help action as he squints and like looks very like, especially at Tally. Like,
Can I roll deception on this?
yes, with disadvantage because you don't know what you're lying about in this case.
Well, they were co-workers,
You know what? I'm gonna say. Go ahead. Go ahead. What'd you get, Jen?
I got a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay.
I did not get a dirty 20. I got a. I got an 18.
Okay. So yeah, they were probably coworkers, but like, given what you know about Mara, you don't think that was in the end. You think that was in her cover.
Yeah. I also kind of wanted a general vibe of like, do they mean Mara harm or not?
It does not appear they mean Mara harm. It seems like they actually are like looking for a friend of a friend, or we're hired by. It sounds like honestly like probably you know that she's on the run from her family. Probably her family sent somebody. That especially for a young woman of her age, it's pretty standard issue. And looking over at the purple-haired one, she's got the look of a bounty hunter to her anyway.
Fair enough. Well,
And doesn't she actually have like a medallion from?
Yeah, from the Ravens do. You also have one moment, please. Can you roll me a d6?
2.
You have 2 cats presently on you, one on top of your head and another nuzzling up against your knee.
Where's Wixie at
ignoring
this
it.
point?
Jen, I need to know something very important. Do
Oh,
you have
no.
anything up here that is shaped like an egg or is an actual egg?
probably not.
Okay, so you are going to see out of Trixie's bag, something is going to shuffle around as you're paying attention, and I'm going to have to send something to our private chat because I don't think you've met this thing yet.
It's so good. I love Wixie so much.
So this creature is going to pop out of her bag. It looks like a green, like kind of like, it is a scaled ferret that has its scales that are the color of like the Statue of Liberty, like oxidized copper, almost. And it's going to peer out with these kind of glowing greenish teal eyes and is going to just make a noise.
Oh, there you are, Wixie.
And is going to lodge itself between Trixie's goblins.
Eggs.
Goboobies.
Goboobies.
Yeah. I believe introductions may be in order.
Oh, yeah, Trixxi, sorry.
I am Yuruma Rai, but you can call me Rai.
Tally.
Oh,
Belle is
sorry, I
probably
got this-
dragging a cat off of her face and up Belle.
I'm Zoe. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well.
And the creepy elf that is in bondage gear is Theron, standing in the corner, hasn't said anything, like a creep.
I am merely observing. I was once an intelligence officer. I prefer to move with intelligence. All of you forgot that I was even here.
Yes,
But
we
he's
did.
our creep.
You know, I don't think we could forget that you're here, Theron.
It's like the
Did
gods.
Rai happen to hand over like a cup that just like slid like, over the counter? Like,
Yeah, basically, it's like he takes a sip. It's like the gods themselves forgot I was here. Stares at camera at the dungeon master.
I just remembered as I'm like, Theron's
Wait a
close.
minute.
Wait a minute, Theron's here.
Cause I was like,
God damn it, Theron.
we lost part of our things because we lost Huxley and Carrion, so we've lost some people of our party, but our party is still large. Like, someone's missing. Oh, it's Theron.
Theron.
Belle actively tries to forget about Theron.
Theron just has arcane.
The
He's got
creepy
a-
drow in bondage gear.
So allow
In the
me to
corner.
explain. Theron looks like what would happen if you took a drow and left him in the Australian outback for 20 years without any food and only drugs.
Yeah, that's basically
like-
what happened.
He's the world's prettiest meth head.
You killed Kat. You killed Kat that she's having a coughing fit.
Well, serves her right for losing her voice.
Ow. That hurt so bad.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Aw.
But that was so funny.
The world's
world's-
prettiest math head.
The world's prettiest meth head.
I mean, it's hey, you know what? If I made one good description of a character tonight, that's what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair.
He takes a long sip. Theron rhyme. I do not know what else you would like me to say.
It's fine.
That's
Just like introduce
all you need
yourself.
to say.
I was born under the sign of Soph. I
No, I think that's quite enough, Theron. But
prefer
thank you.
salted butter.
Listen to
You
your
were-
mistress, Theron. She's saying it's quite
no.
enough.
Yes,
Don't
Mr.
You were
Silver.
exceedingly addicted to mushrooms in the desert for 20 years.
But if
Among
you
other
use
things. salted
salted butter, Theron, you may have too much salt in your recipe. It's better to use unsalted butter and then add the salt as needed.
Oh, I disagree.
I like this one.
I disagree as well.
Whatever you did for these scones, they're amazing.
Salted butter.
Theron points around as if he made a point there. Like, I told you. Then he goes back into the shadows.
If you're going to indulge, you might as well indulge entirely.
I suppose my tastes are a little bit off. I'll have to fix that.
Your nutrition profile, however, is not. I have heard it is much better to not include as much salt.
For your health, yes.
But for your taste buds.
They don't always speak the same language.
Definitely not.
So are you going to help look for Mara? Like you're like... You got sent looking for her, right? So
I get the feeling we are going to be helping to find Mara.
That's our mission.
you are a funny-looking alchemist, he says, looking at Tally.
Alchemist?
When did they have alchemists dressed like strippers?
I'm not an alchemist.
I'm the alchemist here, if anything. And yes, I'm also dressed like a stripper. In fact, I do that as my, usual job.
But you're dressed like one of the ladies that hangs outside of a bouncy house.
A bouncy house?
I'm assuming
No,
that's the name of
bouncy
one of
house, the saddle club.
Why would you assume that I'm an alchemist?
You said you worked with Mara.
Mara is an alchemist.
Oh, different job.
Yeah.
Different job.
So are you all hookers?
No, just, well, I'm actually not. But I worked. You know what? For ease of it, yes.
How much do you charge?
We are Trixxi and I. They aren't.
So how much do you make? Is it worth it?
I mean, depends. If you have a good contract, if they take too many fees off the top, they can definitely do that. But the tips are good. And the tips are very good sometimes.
Yeah.
Huh.
My job was a little bit different, but
She was more like look, don't touch. I was look and touch.
yeah.
How would you know? Gross.
Yeah, I'd like to say we're talking about this with your 8-year-old?
Oh.
He asked.
Approximately.
I'm not gonna quell a child's curiosity. I gotta feed the mind.
I'm gonna
Exactly.
I'm gonna be grown up someday, and then I want to know how much I'm gonna have to pay for it.
A good chunk,
Not worth it.
depending on where you go. But you want to spend the money.
Well, honey, wait till you're 18.
Yeah.
Why would I want to be an old man?
Please try not to get murdered in my flat.
Just trying, like, this is the weirdest conversation I've ever had in a role-playing game, I realize. It's like definitely top tier. And I'm just kind of like thinking, how would I respond if I was 8-year-old Kelly again, and also a superpowered little shithead? So 8-year-old Kelly.
Yeah.
I was like, how old was 18? I remember
Ancient.
I remember thinking when I watched when I was like 8 or 9 and I watched Back to the Future 2 for the first time, and they went to like 2015, and I was like, man, in 2015 I'm gonna be like in my 30s. That's gonna be so weird.
Oh my god, I know.
Right? And I was like,
Yeah.
Someone launched this kid into orbit.
Yep.
I remember thinking that I would like have like a family and I'd have everything together and like
Mm-hmm.
And
I was-
vortex warp.
I'm still
Vortex.
waiting yeah, still waiting for the like I'm an adult kind of bar to
Right.
drop. Like,
Yeah.
but let's continue playing dress up for an
Yay!
audience.
Yeah, let's go play group hallucination time with the shiny math rocks. But yes, we're gonna go find Mara.
Good. I'm sure there's somebody out there who probably saw where she was going, though. He wasn't very good at hiding.
We're good at finding.
Well,
So what was she doing though?
she was investigating.
Okay, investigating what? So we know where to like stop for leads and such.
She wasn't very forthcoming with her information.
Oh, okay.
Well, from what it sounds like the child said, a lab that is experimenting on small children.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
hoping to get some more children out.
Do we know approximately where this lab is? You mentioned it was about a day's trek.
Good day or two away, yeah.
So I guess we can see if talk around the town, see if anyone knows what she found out and where she, or if anyone saw her leave town in a certain direction.
So,
I'm sure between the two of
I
us we can figure out who she was last talking to.
I would
She
like to point out
rented
that we
space
probably
here in
shouldn't
my shop
say-
as
and
well.
So probably shouldn't say anything about lab or potentially ask about it because that sounds like something government does, which
Yes.
then is hired
Correct.
in, and then they come and disappear you.
Yes, but if
Correct.
we figure out who at least saw her last, we might get closer.
Yes.
If you don't mind us tagging along, that is. I don't think any of you are from around here.
No, not at all.
Correct. I've never left Prospect.
Well, I've been here nearly a year now, so I'd be happy to lend my assistance, as I'm sure Mika will as well, and not steal anything else from the lovely ladies.
No, they're gonna pay me lots of money to be a tour guide.
There we go.
And if
Sounds
you
like a
steal,
great-
I'll just warp you into the lake.
And I already told you, if you warp me into the lake, I'll punch your tit off. Then you're
I'll
not gonna
fly
get
away.
any money from your Johns.
I can just fly above you. I have wings.
Try it. See what happens.
Maybe I will. I mean,
Maybe
not
you will.
here, obviously, because we're inside. But me.
I was going to lean over to Zoe with the cats hanging off of her. And so, does it seem like to you as well that Tally is losing this argument?
Yes, to an 8-year-old.
I'm just gonna smack, I just grab like a fanned up piece of paper or whatever, and I just smack Mika on the head.
Right. Do you have any sort of safe or anything here? I want to still study the green rock, but I don't want to have it if we're walking around, just in case someone knocks my bag. I don't want to accidentally kill this little shit.
Of course, and you probably need a new bag as well.
Big shit.
Usually
you are.
cuts it open.
Yeah, probably.
I do have a safe, and
Perfect.
just a moment. And I was gonna go like rifle through some of her stuff and just get you a new bag, essentially.
Oh, thank you.
Um,
And here I was gonna have to go take it off your tour guide tip there, sir. But maybe I'll figure out what the equivalent value is and take it off your tour guide tip.
that seems
But thank you.
reasonable. And she will I don't know, reveal a little wall safe or something, just something small that she keeps kind of her more shall we say expensive inks and stuff in.
Okay. So it's just like behind a
like-
painting or something?
Essentially, it's like fairly stereotypical, but it is just a good safe. But like some of the inks that have like magical properties or something like that can be in there.
Michael, do you want to do a science experiment?
It's going to cost you extra, but yeah, sure.
I was just wondering if there's a, like, radius of effect that this thing emits that affects you.
Okay, but if I throw up, I'm not cleaning it up.
How do you think he'd respond to my blood?
I think it would be bad for him considering how he touched the rock.
I feel like we shouldn't perform experiments on this child who has been traumatized
No.
by experiments performed on
No,
him.
I just want to
I'm
see.
not
I was just curious if there is a distance where this becomes safe for you. But if you don't want it, sorry, I am a scientist and I've
Five silver.
sure.
Cool, whip it out.
Trixxi is going to go to one end of the room from him and whip it out.
It's just a stupid rock.
Sure, she'll walk closer.
Still a stupid rock.
She'll
It's
keep
the
walking
easiest.
closer until it starts glowing.
You
And
get
hurting him.
about 10 feet away before it starts glowing again.
Okay.
And then if you go any closer than that, he'll start having effects. But about 10 feet seems about safe. That's where you start getting there are orcs here kind of thing.
Yeah, yeah. So she'll kind of look and be like, okay, so it's definitely reacting to you. Not you reacting to it. That's interesting.
I don't feel good.
Yeah, she'll quickly put it away and then put it in the safe.
I'll make sure it's, well, like between us, me asking and you probably doing, just make sure it's like wrapped in stuff. and,
Yeah, yeah,
like-
she'll probably actually take the old bag that's ripped and she'll probably like wrap it around it.
That tracks.
And like use the handle to tie a knot around it so it's like nice and secure.
And nothing just sticking out that somebody can accidentally touch.
Yeah, exactly.
So what is that stuff anyway?
It's a substance called I mean, yeah, don't go around saying this. It's called ColdIron. And it's been having some weird effects on things. We've encountered it a couple times, but it doesn't do what it's doing to you, which is odd.
I'm special.
I guess so. You seem to alter it and change it and have this reactivity to it.
Well, Where do you want to go? I'm going to be your tour guide.
Well, we were gonna go get settled at the Quilted Comfort Inn. If you could show us that first, we can get some rooms and then kind of maybe take. What?
You're going to get mothballs.
Okay, what's a good affordable inn?
Get affordable in? What's affordable for you?
You know, what are some prices of inns and lodges in town?
Do I look
Let's
like
just
a
start with that.
Fine. Okay, if you're
Yeah,
looking
you
for,
do
like,
actually.
well, if you're
She'll also toss him a gold for the.
Oh, prices. You're talking about prices. I can find, let's see, the prices that I know. He's going to pocket the gold.
Well, that was for the experiments as well, just to let you know.
Uh-huh. It depends whether or not you want to stay somewhere that has a spring. In the upper places near Stark's Omen or Stark's Doom, the big hanging rock over the mayor's mansion. If you're up there, there are a bunch of lodges up there. Nice rooms, big, broad style, outdoor private springs. Good stuff. If you're looking for somebody or somewhere to go and drink and pass out in the back room, the Black Lantern. If you're looking for somewhere cozy, too many halflings and mothballs because it's ran by old halflings, that's the Quilted Keep. Besides that, there's the Cold River Inn. It's over on the west side of town. It's probably the best inside of your budget.
And what kind of price range are we looking at here for the different places?
That's a great question. Hold on. I feel like I need to double check something because I never remember inn prices.
He runs to the local, like, classifieds ads.
If you're getting all food, is that for an entire party? Is it a lifestyle? Sort of each week, choose a lifestyle expense. I don't know, like about a gold a night. More
Each or for all of us.
I guess it depends on the place. If you're going over by the Cold River Inn, that's usually double occupancy, I think. So that'd be 2 gold each, or 2 gold per pair of you.
Per night.
2 gold for all of you per night.
Oh. That's cheap.
That's definitely the reasonable. That is
Cheap.
definitely the reasonable option. That's not cheap, Tally. That is definitely not cheap.
What? How much is one of the places with a spring?
For all of you, about 10 gold a night.
Yeah, not. I don't have the funds for that.
I mean, I
They
could
might-
probably get us a discount.
How good of a hooker are you?
I'm a performer.
Okay. Call it whatever you will. I've, like, well,
But anyways, the last time I chose accommodations, things happened. So somebody else choose this time.
why don't you just stay at Mara's place?
What?
I didn't know that was an option.
Well, she's missing. And it's just me there right now. And I'll rent it to you for 5 silver a night.
It doesn't come with a spring, though.
That's
Comes with
okay. We can visit the springs separately.
With the other 5 silver.
Well,
Connect
who's
if you
gonna-
wanted.
Meet Ray's eyes, Rye's eyes,
Right. Yeah.
and just kind of like raise an eyebrow, like, is that okay?
Kelly, I'm assuming I've at least been to Mara's place at least once
Yeah,
or twice.
You've been over for dinner and things like that. You've had like
Yeah, so-
social calls.
Yeah, and so it would be like not so much whether or not she'd be okay with it kind of thing, but there's enough room for them is what I'm
It'll be
wondering
tight
right now.
It'll be tight,
Okay.
but they can do it. It's basically like it's like a 1-bedroom apartment. So it's a cheap / free, almost free option.
she will meet Belle's eyes and just nod.
I will that.
Yeah, that
Let's
sounds
do that
wonderful.
one.
That sounds fine to me. I don't need any bed space.
Plus, maybe we can get some more information by see if she left any notes or clues or something like that in the house. It'd be a good place to start to look anyway.
Great, and then I could take you out for a bath afterwards.
As long as we get to visit a spring at some point.
There are several springs, and you could visit all of them if you wish.
Thank gods.
I'm taking some of these scones. Come with me. And he'll gather up the rest of the plate of scones, and we'll prepare to lead you out to the street and back to Mara's place. But I think that's where we're going to call game for the night, because it's getting a little late, and with tech difficulties, we're a little behind. So we will pick up again next week as we delve further into Stark Springs, and you figure out the disappearance of the lovely Mara. Welcome to the game, Jen!
Yoo-hoo!
Yay! I made it.
Welcome.
You made it! All right. Hey, folks, thank you so much for tuning into this episode of ColdIron. We're in Season 2 proper, and we're going to be going hard next episode, so be sure to come here next weekend at 7 p.m. on Saturday night as we hop back in. Couple of things before we head out. Number one, I love you all so very much. Thank you so much for tuning in and for being with us. If you are watching live right now, be sure to come back tomorrow night for Mage the Ascension of the Victorian Age, which is running on a special day and time, Sunday night at 6 p.m. Pacific. I also want to say a big thank you to all of our patrons at patreon.com/dorktales, like our divine producers, my mom, Shyconde Vermillion, Soul Omen, our Wizards of the Patreon, the Ink Goblin Crush, Urquhart, and Big Nut, our Monster Maker Larouk, and our High Council, Taryn, Amethyst, Raven with Baubles, Sorcerer Sanguine, Chef Aladeth, Nerdy Metal Gent, Nihilus, Cookie Mon Steve, Iron Warrior X, and Lord of Zoinks. And one last thing before we head out, besides that cat, is that calculate how many nat 20s those cats rolled, by the way. But if you do nothing else, please go and check out the link below for the Dork Tales dice. Sign up to be notified. It doesn't cost you anything. You can choose not to get them later, but you might get something cool just for clicking that notification button that I'm in the process of writing right now. So you get something free, and maybe you help us support our dice run if you like what you see, and help us make our dream of having like the coolest rolling merch in the entire Pacific Northwest actually happen. Thank you to Bookwyrm Games for being our sponsor and for setting up those dice for us. We love you so much. So go click that link right now, learn more about the dice that we have, and we will see you next week for more ColdIron here on Dork Tales. Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.
Bye, y'all.